Mike Bohn joined now by Brian Ortega, who's fighting Diego Lopes next weekend, UFC 303. I think a lot of people did not expect this fight to be coming, Brian, when the whole card was changed. You were the one that was kind of, I think, a fight no one was really talking about being added. So tell me, how did this all come together on your end?
Long story short, I ran into Hunter and Dana in Texas. I was over there working, and Hunter mentioned, he's like, "Hey, bro, you look good." I said, "Thank you." Thought it was like, it was a good compliment. But then I'm sure it was in his head that okay, this guy's in shape and he's ready, and we have a card falling apart. So that same day, or the next day, I got a phone call while I was on the airplane. They said, "Hey, man, fight in 2 weeks," and then here we are.
Wow, wild. And I mean, you look at the people who have been added to this card, like obviously Alex Pereira is a champion. He's got a ton to lose there. But I imagine if things don't go his way, maybe he gets a trilogy fight or something with Yuri. But for you, you're putting a lot of ranking on the line, a lot at stake here for you. So why did you ultimately feel compelled to do this?
I don't put that much pressure on me, man.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, the rankings or whatever, because even when you see who's supposed to fight who, sometimes it's like kind of garbage, right? So it always changes. I know it's kind of like a popularity contest. So at the end of it, I just figured, why not?
Hmm.
When's the last time I had something that came up that was exciting, that was nerve wracking, that made all these feelings happen within me, to where you're like, bro, this is crazy. Usually you get 2 months. You get 2 months, you get to train, and I see the guy in my head for 2, 3 months straight, and I get to, I know everything about him. I watch the film, I watch this, and then you know what can go wrong, what can go right in your position, in your ranking, you play it safe. But now it's just, what for, man?
Yeah, I love that. I mean, and that's the whole name of the
What
sport,
for?
right?
Like, just let's just freaking fight, bro. Like, that's it. We're fighters.
Yeah, and that's what
We're fighters, and not only that, but I'm fighting for a bigger cause this time. So that's kind of really what fueled me on this fight.
what's that bigger cause?
To help a lot of men, bro. I'm gonna use the money, and I'm gonna give it to church, and I'm gonna help a lot of men.
You're donating your entire purse or just a portion of it, or
100,000.
wow, which church? Just so we can kind of have this.
Fearless Church in LA.
That's incredible. Was there, something that prompted this cause? Did you only think about this after you accepted the fight, or were you thinking you were going to do this
It's
for your next
it's
fight?
one of the biggest reasons why. It's basically the main reason why I accepted the fight.
Wow, well, that's
Yeah,
incredible, man.
it was my pastor and I, and we went to this thing called Man Camp, and we did that. And after that, it was life changing. A lot of men got saved. There, a lot of men got to got to be themselves authentically, without no judgment, without this, without no. It was real, in a world kind of where everything is just fake.
Yeah.
It was real, man. And to see all this, and to have my children there, I want that for more people. So if I can donate 100,000 to make that happen next year on a bigger surface, it was just 160 people. If I can make that happen with 300, 400, 500 people, that's what I'm gonna do.
I love that.
And that's why I took this fight.
Yeah, man. And I mean, you putting that out there, I think can be very helpful. You never know who sees it. I know Dana and the UFC have matched causes and things like that in the past. So who knows where this could go as well.
We'll see.
Yeah, of
I'm not one to just say, hey man, give me, give me, give me.
course.
I do take pride in earning my own, and doing what I'm called to do.
Yeah.
So that's it. On my aspect, that's kind of what's going down.
Yeah, and I know the name of the game with fighting is you're always risking it, always putting it on the line. That's what this fight game is.
This
For you
whole,
there,
yeah.
yeah. You said Hunter was seeing you though. Were you like thinking towards something? Was there talks of maybe fighting in a few months or things like that? Were you starting to get towards shape, or were you just keeping your weight low just because?
We talked about fighting September 14th this year.
Hmm.
That's the only conversation that I legitimately had with them that made sense. I said yes to it. They said yes to it. We all got excited, and that was kind of the works. They told me that my weight class had no one really that they wanted me to fight. They didn't really want me to fight contenders and stuff.
Hmm.
So I decided to move to 155.
Oh, it's going to be a 55 fight.
Yeah.
Did they have a name yet?
Yeah. I
Oh,
can't say
okay. Because it might still
it.
happen.
It might still happen. Yeah. And I
Okay.
hope it does.
Interesting. So how,
Yeah.
I mean, how's the weight right now? Having like 2 weeks, are you feeling, you've never missed weight, but I know it's not the easiest thing in the world for you. You're feeling pretty good knowing that this time next week you'll have weighed in, faced off, and all that stuff will be done. Are you feeling pretty good going into it?
It is what it is, bro. At the end of the day, this is a 2 week weight cut. I don't care what anyone says, like, oh, training this, that. No, you can't train for someone for 2 weeks, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I can't train for you for 2 weeks. You can't train for me for 2 weeks. It's a 2 week weight cut, and then we're gonna go in there and we're gonna literally play it as is. We're just gonna start fighting. We can see as much tape as we can, but even that is not enough. And we don't have enough time.
Mhm.
There's not enough time to process anything right now.
Yeah.
It's just get in there, make the weight, fight, and it's just a big freaking just it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy and I love it. This is kind of like the stuff that got me in the game uh with the love of the game, right? It's this. When it's all said and done, I'm gonna say I was a tough son of a gun.
Yeah, man. You
I
are.
said yeah. I said yes. I rose to the occasions. I wasn't an a hole. I gave people opportunities. You know, there's a great opportunity for Diego. You know, if he does become successful, this puts him in a place where he can achieve his goals. If not, it puts him in a place where um, he knows what he has to do to get better. You know, and vice versa. This is the fans and the people make it bigger than what it is, as in terms of oh you lost and your career is over, whatever. It's all hoopla. You know, this is the fight game. This is what we're in it, and that's what it is.
And this is your quickest turnaround between fights. I was looking at the record since you fought Cub Swanson and Frankie Edgar in that like 4 month stretch. You could make an argument those are two of some of your best performances. Does that give you some confidence knowing that like on short time you can do really well in these fights?
I mean, yeah, this is another one of I'm healthy, I'm back,
Yeah.
and why stop? Simple as that. I'm healthy and I'm back. This is this is this is it. For the longest time, how come Ortega? You only fight one time. You only fight once a year, whatever. It's like, dude, I fight once. I have a crazy war. You guys love it, and then I have surgery, and I'm gone for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Sorry, but it comes with it. This is the it comes with what I do.
Mm-hmm.
We're
100%.
throwing we're throwing elbows, kicks, everything at each other. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Something's gonna break. And it sucks for me that lately it's been all wars and everything breaks on this damn body.
Well, I mean, this seems like a perfect scenario for you then. And I know you said you're not, overthinking Diego and stuff. He's done a little bit of media, seemed very respectful, but he said, this fight determines who has the best jiu-jitsu at featherweight. Do you like kind of that narrative? I mean, I guess you guys could go in there and not grapple at all. That's perfectly possible. And
I
that
mean,
wouldn't be a
at
big
the end of the
fight.
day, it's a fight, you know. It's not a grappling match. If we did a tournament, then we can see who has better jujitsu. Maybe who can use jujitsu better in MMA fight. That's something different. But I wouldn't go as far as saying like this determines who has better jujitsu.
Yeah. Have you
But
been?
we both are deadly dangerous, and we both can submit each other.
Mhm.
So that is something that I'm not accustomed to fighting.
Yeah, for sure.
There's like if you name it, there's every time I fight, you're not like, oh, Brian's gonna get put in a submission.
No. No.
Now I'm like, hold up, this guy's gonna try to freaking shoot a submission on me. Like what? Never in my career have I really thought someone's gonna try to choke me out. But I've always been the guy for jiu-jitsu, so it does give the chess piece an interesting uh, mix to it.
Yeah. And I mean, he's coming out there and blitzing dudes in like 2 minutes or less in his past 3 fights.
Yeah.
Is that one thing you do know about him going in there, that he's going to come out extremely hard in the opening bell?
I'm expecting it just because they'd be dumb not to.
Yeah.
He that's what he's shown to do. But maybe he takes it with a little bit more precaution, just based off of it being a 2 week camp, it being me who he's fighting, you know? So I don't know where he's at mentally.
Mhm. Okay,
So,
Brad. So I know we're on short time here. I know you got some other stuff to do. So last thing I wanted to ask you, and I'm kind of thrown for a loop now, given what you said about moving to lightweight and that being the plan. I was going to be like, hey, do you think an amazing performance, you can go in here and like jump Max and maybe get the fight with Ilya? Like, who knows, all that stuff. But is that
bro,
all?
that's not happening at all. Like I
Yeah.
told someone else, there's no title fight for me anytime soon.
Why do you think that? I mean, you're coming off an amazing win. You beat Diego. You've never fought Ilya. There's a case to be made for Max. You fought him so long ago. Why do you not think you're in that picture?
Because of what's going on in the game. There is Max has a guaranteed title shot and Volk does as well.
Hmm.
So even when Topuria does fight, he fights Max. If Max wins, it's Max versus Volk 4, which is gonna take up to next year.
Yeah.
If Tuporia wins, then it's Tuporia versus Volk number 2, and I still have to wait till next year.
Hmm.
So when I say the title fight's not coming anytime soon, it's not, because of the favors that both of them have done,
Mhm.
the leaps and the risks that they both have taken. You know, Volk on 2 weeks' notice as well against Islam, and Max against Gaethje. Although it was a full camp, he faced Gaethje at the BMF belt.
Yeah.
So both of them, it's a lot. Everyone's done a lot. So for me to say that I'm there and I deserve it right now, it's not true.
No.
Selfishly, of course, that's since I was a kid, man. I've been chasing to be a champion, but reality, you have to make peace with reality, and that's the reality of this game right now. That's where it's at. That's where we're going, and so why not just have fun with my career then?
Yeah. No, that's fair. I appreciate how real you are on that front. But I know, Habib was a dream fight of yours. Is Islam thinking of 155? Is that like enticing to you? Is that something that you'd like to pursue?
Islam at 155.
Yeah.
It's not even chasing him. It's more just like I told you right now. There's nothing in my weight class. Why not move up to another one?
Mhm.
Let me just let me fight. You know, this is I haven't been healthy in a while. I just want to fight.
Yeah.
At this point, I fought who's who. In terms of champion wise, right? I beat basically almost everyone I faced except for the two champs in their prime. I fought Max when he was Max and Volk when he was Volk, and I came up short on both. You know, and that is what it is. Now it's create my own create my own way. Why kind of like if I keep waiting for them right now, it's like I'm living almost in their shadow, or like I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm done waiting, man. I have a beautiful life. I have a beautiful family. I have a beautiful home. Uh, I'm gonna have a beautiful career, and that's what it is for me. So I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna hear good or bad things from people, and I'm gonna keep fighting. And I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna provide for my family. I'm gonna take challenges. I'm gonna take risks. I'm gonna fight the biggest names I can fight because I'm in the UFC. I can. And
Love
then
it.
when it's done and over one day, that's it. You know, I make peace with it.
Yep. And this is a great part of the story, man. I all respect to you for doing this. Really appreciate the time, Brian. I know you got other stuff going on, so I'll see you in Vegas next week, and we can talk more about all this stuff. But yeah,
Okay, I
man,
got you.
awesome you're doing this. So
All right, brother.
congrats. Looking forward to it, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.